Control plus D9 to start live stream. I apologize for the sudden confusion. But hello, my name is Spirit Ram. I'm the Guildmaster of Vibe. I have a reputation for helping out players. I also have a rep for being strict with my methods of guidance because I really am passionate about the game, and I find the game important to not just for entertainment. For me, I think it makes more sense if I explain it. I am an innovative creator, so I find I use the game as a platform to gather players from different parts of the world to do a live world changing type of dynamic with the guild itself. But today I wanted to talk about what return players would expect now that the dynamic in the game has changed significantly. So be wary, players that are coming back from different timelines from 2010 to 2012, from the decade long ago to now the present of 2026. So you're used to the enhancements, you're used to the old way, the old grinding game that the developers had in mind in the past. That doesn't exist anymore. My guild is recruiting North American players. Also, we will try to be as time zone responsible as much as possible. If you're from a different region, or you're just hoping to just, curious how the game is going. Yes, I am a woman. Don't go start barking at, there's a lot of, there's still a lot of sexism in any other game. Players with different backgrounds that don't really have a good outlook when it comes to genders in general, but that's not important. So when you get to the game, I think it's I will show you what I mean, because what is this? I will show an example because it's a lot. So when you get back to the game is going to label you as a yellow heart as a return player. And as a return player, it basically means that little heart won't leave your account until you pretty much proven to the game that you will be an active player. Every player that's in the game that does not have a heart or a green heart simplifies that they are an active, engaging player in the game. They have been grinding, or they have returned and made 3 months activity where the game is no longer to them it's no longer just a game. You become an active participant to the game for as much time as the game goes on for. So let me answer this question in the clear. I don't know how to can't run anything to get it clear. These battles. Wait, no, they all have limited departures. If you don't have VIP, the red VIP, it limits your departure. The good thing is that if you hero runs are a bit more difficult. So you see this player just came back. He's kind of lost. He doesn't know what's going on. So for hero runs, you'll need more items to slot on your inventory. Otherwise, you have a harder time to do the battle. I'm live streaming now. try to help current players or just boredom. Haha. So when you come back, just like I was saying, when you come back, you're gonna need 115 gear to get to 15 once, and they got rid of the reforges from what I've been hearing and noticing. Because I don't really play too much of my alts, my alternative characters. I just, as a guild master with already in the midst of the leaderboard with a high enough stats, your typical focus will usually be the end content raids, so that it's easier for those that are trying to come in and need to clear. That's what typically my direction is that I try to get you to do those raids, to get ready already, to handle what the game is trying to do. So as a return player, you need to get to 115. You get 115 gear. The hero leap is basically like a jump start to you getting the 115 gear set, so that you are prepared to do one of the hard raids that they now provided, which is where is this thing? Actually, it's better because the map is so disorganized sometimes. To get you to do this guy, the 120 Sreg. And you're going to need these 4 to support your 120 gear. And they made it where it is hard, so that they made it this way, so that they made the circuit. This is very new, this is brand new, the circuit, so that players, even though some players can make it that don't have enough stats, can still enter it and try to fight and clear as much as possible. But the percentile would be 3% of damage to even get it clear, for minimum. The game is losing a lot of player base. The good thing about the circuit, you can choose the stats of your party. Let's say if you have if you're planning to gear up really quickly, then you gacha, and then you spend a little bit, and you got enough stats. Now you need to find a player or another player that can kind of match into the stats requirement, so that the raid itself can go faster. That is the point. If it's not going to be faster, it's good. And there's players that are just under geared, they just don't have the stats, they don't have means to get it. And of course, that is the new thing that you can set for. But every boss has a cap, so beware. I'm not trying to be, the way I'm speaking is straightforward. There's no feelings towards it. It's just the reality of the game. If you invest, it will be faster. If you don't invest, it will be slower. Now we're all going through life in general. We're all going through life. The game itself needs more population in the players itself. In America, more than the Koreans, or UK specifically. Not that I'm trying to say anything mean about that. I'm just saying that without enough player base, these boats won't get filled at all. So the game wants you, when you come back as a return player, they're saying basically, if you're serious, start doing the hero leap. The hero leap is going to get you to 115, to have the 115 gear set, and you need to take that seriously. So that when you are wanting to do raids that are now the premier force of the game, and they're going to be hero modes, yes, it can be normal modes. but most of the time it's going to be hero modes because that's where the drop rate is, and that's where you get the most clears. So Hero Leap, I'm going to go to my land to show you because I haven't really done it. Hero Leap is basically asking you to do multiple missions, multiple raids that can help you get accustomed back into the game. So it's like coming back to your house after being hospitalized for like who knows what, and you're trying to learn how to walk. So it's the same concept with the game. It's that when you return to any game, you're trying to learn how to walk again. Even though you know how to walk again, but you just don't know what direction to walk into, if that makes sense. So, you're going to need a team. You're going to need a group. The game is all about teamwork, unless you have high stats that you don't need particularly anybody to help you, but that's not true. Doesn't matter if you're top tier, if you're not even, you know, might have beaten all the bosses. All the bosses are designed to mechanically kind of knock you out if you don't play correctly. So that is the warning that I'm trying to get across. To me, I find this game very beautiful. I'm never gonna let it go. The dynamics are so super uniquely. So I'm happy that the game will continue to thrive. But people forget that they need to be consistent when it comes to activity. And as much as my other guild master friends may not admit to that, it's true. Because they have, you know, jobs, they have a life, they don't want to like engage into it, they don't have time for it. So I will be the one speaking for them in a sense. So right now my land needs like a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to basically what is this? To get all the items that it's asking me to do. And so, see, when I go across the accessory enhancement, it shows me what I need to get. Try to enhance an enhancement. And if I keep going, a 13 aura enhancement. So it's giving me a bunch of missions so that I can get it higher and higher and higher. So see how it's promoting you to do 115 all the way to 115, 115 to get it as much as possible. That's the idea, is that it gets enhanced all the way to 15. So it's giving me like a lot of progress. By the time this is kind of done, that's where the end game begins. So this is like a little bit of help to get you across. That way it's prominent that you're ready to do end content, which is this and this and this and this. This you've never seen ever in your life, ever. This is brand new. This is like the main thing people want to focus on, because it upgrades the artifact now, not this one, but it's a different one, and upgrades the compass and now the bracelet gems. So the very first one was the one that introduced the brand new content, so then they started to make more. These contents are not like redeemers. These are more like the monster comes up to you, well, not comes up to you, attacks you with multiple waves dynamic, AoEs. It breaks the platform. You have to learn what to do in the platform, and then you have to do it again when it breaks it apart again. So it's a constant mechanic phase type of content, and that's kind of something that's worth mentioning because it's going to be a challenge. So it doesn't matter what kind of class you pick, you just need to know how to fight in these contents, which is the whole point of Vindictus. That's why it's called Vindictive or Vindictus. It's basically referring to harsh and hard. That no matter what kind of class you pick, you gotta learn how to use those class in order to beat the boss. And you're in there with 8 players. So if there's like 8 players or 7 players or 4 players that are doing all the heavying and grinding, and you're behind, well, at least you're learning how to deal with the damage of the boss. So that's something to look forward to. Hola. Estoy en vivo.
¿Qué?
Estoy en vivo. I'm in live streaming.